Hey up everyone, how you all doing? Welcome back. I'm so glad you could join me. Right, I've got Jimmy the Giant here. I've seen some of his stuff before, never reacted to any of his stuff, and the stuff that I watched I really enjoyed, so saw this one, UK versus USA, Culture Explained. So yeah, why not react to it? Give it a subscribe, I'll give it a like. Alright, I hope you're all doing well. Let's go, let's bloody go.
One was raised in fine aristocracy. Britain and America are like twins separated from birth. One was raised in fine aristocracy, and the other was abandoned at a gas station and told, good luck. These two great nations have dominated the world both economically, militarily, and culturally.
Everyone in Britain got in a big old boat, and we set sail. And we robbed, and this will sound far-fetched, everyone in the world.
Whilst having spawned from the same origins, they went off in their own two directions, becoming both very similar and very different.
Yo, we all are great. We all should think that we're great. There's no reason for you to not think that you're great.
I've started to get this feeling that I'm totally fucked. You know? Everything's fucked.
Today, we will...
See? That's a huge difference, the stereotypical thing in it, the optimism and the pessimism. And it's great. I've saved my sanity this last couple of weeks. The other day, I'll say it's about 4 weeks ago, my tumble dryer packed up. Then a couple of days after that, my garden trimmer packed up. My car failed its MOT a few days after that. I've tried getting my car in the garage to get it fixed. I'm on my third garage today, which I took it in. They've not got the right bloody key bolt, bloody spanner things to get my wheels off. It's mental. But anyway, I'm on my third garage. But because of my pessimism, I didn't get angry. I'm happy. It's all good. Do you know what I mean? Because I expect things to go wrong all the time. So when it does, you know what I mean? Do you know when you have a month that goes by that's been really great and nothing's happened, then you can go, yeah, not bad. But yeah, no, pessimism's great. It's a survival technique for us over here, I think.
Analyze American versus British culture.
I started to get this feeling that I'm totally fucked. You know? Everything's fucked.
Today, we will analyze American versus British culture.
The American comic hero is a wisecracker who is above his material and who is above the idiots around him. You know that scene in Animal House where there's a fellow playing folk music on a guitar? John Belushi picks up the guitar and destroys it. And the cinema will love it because he just smashes it and then waggles his eyebrows.
Not sure I've ever seen that movie. I've seen this clip of... God, I forgot his name. Stephen Fry talking about this. I've seen the clip of him mentioning that. And from my perspective, I thought it was spot on. But obviously, he's English, I'm English. I haven't got a clue. I say he's English, he might be Scottish for all I know. It could be Welsh, it could be Irish, I don't know. But anyway, let me know from your perspective if he was about right on that. Because I know for me, because we know it's very likely to happen, you know, sometime soon. Someone's going to ask me to be in a movie, aren't they? Of course. If someone was to ask me to be in a movie, now I had to do it. I wouldn't want to play no hero. I wouldn't want to be like no Tom Cruise star. Look at me, cool. No, I'd want to be a Mr. Bean. I really would. I'd want to be a bumbling idiot. Well, I was about to say a bumbling idiot in front of a camera, but I'm already a bumbling idiot in front of a camera. But yeah, to me, spot on. So let me know from your US perspective.
The camera. Everyone says, God, he's so great. Well, a British comedian would want to play the folk singer.
Comedy is a great way of revealing a culture's ideas. So American comedy and British comedy, they're very different. American comedies always tend to be built around the idea of like optimism and positivity.
Be curious, not judgmental. I like that.
There's typically always the notion that things can get better. You can see this in the character Leslie Knope in Parks and Rec.
I can do it. I can crush him.
Heard of it, but never seen it.
I promise.
And typically, in an American comedy, the cool guy is the main character.
So you know how to take the reservation, you just don't know how to hold the reservation.
Now, let's compare that to British comedies. Typically, the idea in a British comedy is that life will always disappoint you.
We need to have a talk.
You finishing with me?
We weren't ever really.
Oh.
I see you not around, but here.
See you.
show. Brilliant show.
Secondly, you'll never make it in life. All your dreams and hopes and optimism is ultimately futile.
I have this dream. You and I own this skyscraper office block on the South Bank. And above us, on top of the skyscraper, in 50-foot-high neon lettering, are the initials of Trotters, independent traders.
Just above your head is the word.
I've not seen this. I know these bloody references, of course.
Tit.
Another idea that is shown is that you can always expect the worst thing to happen.
So, yeah. Right, thank you very much. Do you like it? Oh, shall I put that on you? Brilliant. Do you want another beer? Was that my beer? Yeah. What? Do you want me to get you? Yes.
And finally, the main character, the point of focus in a British comedy, will typically be some awkward loser.
I like your glasses.
I'm afraid they're not for sale. Laugh all you want, they're not for sale.
So this leads...
In the comments, let me know as well, right? If any of you guys have seen the British comedy, the British Office with Ricky Gervais in it, let me know. Let me know how it made you feel, right? Because I've read so many comments and people talk about it on YouTube that they couldn't watch it, and things like In-Betweeners as well. The British version of In-Betweeners, you couldn't watch it. Just made you like close your eyes and squirm away from it all and that. But I don't know. But yeah, it's our comedy laughs real stuff, doesn't it? I don't know. That's why you've got him explaining.
Leads us to our first key cultural difference. And that is American idealism versus British.
My nose is whistling. I hope you can't hear that. Sounds horrible.
Laugh all you want, they're not for sale.
So this leads us to our first key cultural difference. And that is American idealism versus British realism. Instead of me telling you this, I'm going to show you it through expressions. Americans will say things like this. Well, you know what they say. The sky's the limits. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Whereas in Britain, we'll say things like, got hope for the best, but expect the worst, mate. We literally have a thing called Sod's Law. What can go wrong will go wrong. And then let's say you have a situation...
You have a version of Sod's Law. It's Murphy's Law, isn't it?
...where something is looking good. You've got an opportunity. Americans will say, when life gives you lemons... make lemonade. Whereas we'll literally say, well, old boy, don't count your chickens before they hatch. And then finally, if you're in America and your whole life is going terribly, is looking awful, Americans say, well, it's always darkest before dawn. In England, if everything's going well, we'll say, yeah, mate, but this is just the calm before the storm. So you might be wondering, why? Why do we have these very distinct attitude differences?
Now stand aside, worthy adversary.
'Tis but a scratch.
A lot of the British attitude can really be pointed to our very long and brutal history. We've had tons of wars and plagues and religious upheavals. All of these things have kind of led to British people sort of having doubt and distrust into the future. Like, yeah, it might be going well now, but tomorrow a swarm of Belgians might come over and behead us. Understanding our history.
I'm so sorry, I'll be back in a minute. I've got to blow my nose or something. You didn't need to know that. My nose is whistling, it's putting me off. I hope you can't hear it. Sorry about that. My nostrils sounding like one of them, do you know them balls that you throw? They're Nerf balls or whatever they are that whistle. My nostrils sounding like that. I'm sorry if that was picked up on the mic.
Gives us this cautiousness to being too optimistic about the future. As well, you have to combine the religious attitudes of the Church of England. The Church of England was very much a believer in the idea of original sin. The idea that humans have fallen from God, we're all inherently bad, although we do have the ability to be somewhat redeemed. This has engineered a sort of attitude of cautious optimism. We're not entirely 100% pessimists. All of this combined with the fact that our web...
No, we're not. That's the thing, though. From your point of view, when internet came about, well, I imagine most of you realised how miserable we are all over here through the internet. But we're not. I don't know. We are pessimistic. We do expect bad things to happen, so we're not disappointed or mad when it does. But no, we are happy people. I'm happy anyway. But to you guys, it must seem insane. Our moddiness.
Is pretty shit.
Rain, rain, rain.
Yes,
Us
please,
Brits endure it.
on 199 days of every year.
You could literally have a week of sunshine in England and think, you know what, this Saturday, let's go for a picnic with the family. And then because your dad showed some optimism in the weather, God will...
He's not wrong, you know. He's not wrong. Show optimism in the weather. You're going to go and do something and it's going to go nuts. Usually when you go to do a barbecue, I've been wanting rain to come for bloody ages. I don't think we've had any rain for like 3 months nearly or something. Between 2 and 3 months. If I was to make plans to go and do a barbecue somewhere, not a grill, go grill some food outside. Not a barbecue that you guys know as barbecue. But yeah, it'd definitely start raining if I organise that.
Smite you with a torrential downpour for the next month. And so this general attitude can be completely contrasted with American optimism. And that stems from, ultimately, if you're the type of person to leave Britain, a established nation that has infrastructure, etc., hop on a boat, travel for weeks, months across uncharted waters.
Absolutely great point. You got right, yeah. If you're going to be doing that, you've got to have at least a little bit, haven't you? Optimism.
To arrive on uncharted...
Exactly, uncharted. I was about to say, to places that people haven't really been before. Just word of mouth stuff. Oh, it'd be terrifying.
Lands. To do that, you need at least an ounce of optimism. Look, water, lands in the distance, see? Mate, you've been saying that for the last 3 fucking icebergs. Oh, look, yeah, look, can you see it? Another fucking iceberg. I'm tired of this. And then so after discovering this new land, which was a crazy thing to go and do, America then went through 2 great awakenings. I don't know what happened in the first one, if they just hit snooze or something, but the first great awakening was in 1730 to 1740, and then the second one in 1795 all the way up to 1835. So what happened in this was that the religious attitudes of America had evolved. New ideas around like self-improvement, the idea that everyone has the ability to shape their own destiny and their own future. Humans can be better, they can improve society, they can make and create things that make the world better.
Everybody, I know you can believe in yourself.
They had strong convictions around the importance of working hard, as well as very pragmatic attitudes, the idea that things should be done well and efficiently. These last 2 led to a very strong cultural focus on capitalism and efficiency in business, which all of this manifested itself in the idea of the American dream.
The American dream is just the ability to achieve. Anybody can do it, but you're not just gonna get it because you want it. You gotta be willing to work hard. You gotta apply a lot of hard work. You gotta apply faith. You gotta apply persistence. You've gotta never, ever give up.
So basically, the idea of the American dream is that any old piece of shit, old Bob who still lives at home with his parents, 40 years old, anyone can go and do anything they want to in life.
That Americans are told they can become the next president of the United States.
I've seen this clip too.
And they can. British people are told it won't happen to you. And they carry that. They carry that with them.
I know what's probably going through your head. You might hear that.
I don't think we're outright told that you can't be. I just think it's ingrained in us that we're not, the vast majority of us are just not in them circles of people. I don't know.
I think, fucking hell, why are Britons so pessimistic? I mean, we literally had the biggest empire on earth. Why are we so deflated? And so that leads us to a very core cultural difference between England.
See, I'm struggling with my own bloody self, you know. Like, I don't feel deflated and stuff. I don't know.
England and America, and that is class structure.
I was brought up in a poor family, you know. Really, we had...
Didn't even think about this.
Leads us to a very core cultural difference between England and America, and that is class structure.
I was brought up in a poor family, you know. Really, we had nothing, really. If I could get in a position...
Actually, sorry for pausing again. I did kind of think of it then when I said the vast majority of us, no, we're not in them circles, so we'd never be Prime Minister or whatever. But yeah, that goes with the class system, doesn't it?
Difference between England and America, and that is class structure.
I was brought up in a poor family, you know. Really, we had nothing, really. If I could get in a position that some of them people in, I would like to be in it. These lords or ladies or peers or you're talking about...
He just basically said, well, I just said, it's like, well, I'm not in them, literally. He said it better than I did, though. I'm not in them circles. I'd love to be, but I'm not, and I never will be.
Family, you know. Really, we had nothing, really. If I could get in a position that some of them...
last time I paused on this bit, but I was born on the council estate in Sheffield. Best people on the planet grow up on council estates.
People in. I would like to be in it. These lords or ladies or peers or you're talking about.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said planet. In the UK. I don't know why I said planet, I mean the UK.
These, them class of people.
The Curzon's family started with William the Conqueror.
In Britain, the idea of class and where you stand socially has been a very core part of our...
I'm pausing a lot, but at the same time I'm extremely patriotic, and I do like the fact that we do have a class system. I'm proud to be working class. I like the fact that we do have these people to take the piss out of. They do it to us. But yeah, no, I don't know. I like our class system. To a lot of people that might sound mental, but I couldn't imagine us without it. That's all I know.
Identity. Until very recently, as a Brit, your whole life was decided before you were born. These differences between the upper class and the working class has existed through most of British history. There's like this idea that the upper class are pure blood. They were like chosen by God. They had divine rights. They literally referred to themselves as blue-blooded. And they were much better than the grunts working the coal mines to power their beautiful machinery. And so there's always been this attitude in England of like judgment between the classes. The upper class and the working class hate each other. And class is interesting because it's not just defined by wealth.
We give dinner parties 2 or 3 times a week. This enables us to keep in touch with our wide circle of friends.
We give a wine and cheese do once a month. This enables us to do it on the cheap.
Her mother comes round Saturday nights and drinks my Guinness. This enables her to get drunk for nothing.
Class is much deeper than simply wealth. It's the accent you talk in, the way you behave, the schools that you're educated in. If you're from...
The fake accents that I've been learning about recently as well, that they've been putting on. These posh people. We don't want to sound like us plebs.
Cambridge School of Witchcraft and Wizardry versus the community college in Shitham. Literally everything you did would be defined by class.
I think working class people in general feel this kind of thing weighing down upon them, and I can't put it into words of what it is, but I think people watching this will understand that you feel it pushing you down.
I'm pausing a lot in this, I know I am, but I've got a lot to say in it. Yeah, we're kind of put in a lane, a box, whatever you want to say, before we're born, and it's nothing to us, because working class people are proud of being working class. I'm assuming posh people, upper class, what's the word, that they're proud to be what they are. I don't know.
All the time.
And so there's this understanding that there isn't much class mobility. If you are lower class, even if you got wealthy, you could never be upper class. There's no way. And so this kind of...
Listen to the way I speak. If I all of a sudden had millions in my bank account, no one here's going to be thinking I'm posh. It doesn't matter what I'm driving or what I'm wearing. I could be stood there in some sort of place with all my garments on and stuff, looking the part. But as soon as this opens, they're like, what? Get him out.
Moralization spawned a attitude in British people that things can't really get that much better. I'm always going to be judged from basically the background that I'm from. In America, as I explained with the American Dream, the attitude is that anyone can be anything. Americans love the idea of the rags to riches story, the underdog archetype that you see in films like Pursuit of Happiness or The Founder. Class does exist in America, but it is very different. You're probably going to see more things between North and South divides and racial divides. But I do, as a British person, quickly want to make a caveat. The British people have never had like outright defeatism. British people will try in life. They'll try very hard, but we just don't like to get our hopes up. We are optimistic, but just in a very cautious way. Like, Americans might aspire to be a millionaire CEO of a big tech startup, whilst British people will aspire to one day shop at Waitrose.
My wife likes to shop at Waitrose. It's the middle...
I've never shopped there, however much money I've got. I'll stick to my local Spar shop and the Co-op and that me. What's that I know?
Class option. The people who shop at Waitrose, they like to drop it into conversations. Sorry I'm late, I was just at Waitrose! Just to everybody know.
So the explanation on the class system leads us to another point, which is politeness and expressiveness. Here's your food, good sir. What the fuck is that? Everything okay with the food? Oh yes, lovely, thank you. I would say British people are kind of overly aware of being rude and impolite, which has some benefits. You know, we treat people really well. We hate to be awkward and we like people to feel relaxed. But it can cause British people to take way too much shit and not stand up for themselves.
Kinda true, a little bit. Unless you're particularly having a bad day, but 9 times out of 10, me personally, I'd just rather not confront stuff that's just, I don't know. It's probably why I don't eat out much, 'cause I don't want to complain when it inevitably turns up wrong. Man saying that, my youngest daughter did yesterday. Oh, we was out and we got one of them funny shaped bottle things with full of slush. She was fuming it weren't full. She wanted it filled right to the top. So yeah, she spoke out about it. She's must be the new generation coming out now because the internet are learning to embrace speaking up.
What the I slap you and you want me to hit you on the other cheek?
Americans will tolerate less bullshit, which is a good thing, but then sometimes they can be a bit rude and a bit overly confrontational. I have waited exactly 5 minutes. It is a Big Mac. How long do you need?
See, for me though, right, when I go out somewhere, I want to go out, do what I've got to do and get home. I can't be bothered interacting with too many people that I don't need to, let alone getting into arguments with people for, I don't know, I really don't know.
When it comes to being polite probably stems from the British Reserve and American individualism. British people are very reserved. Typically, in public, we all sit like this, and we're all very quiet, and we don't laugh too loud, and we try and be really polite. And this can stem from the Victorian era. There was very strict social rules over behaviour, dress, the way you express yourself. It was very stern and rigid. The reason we tolerate so much shit is because we have the religious idea of turning the other cheek. As well, our probably over-awareness of people's personal space and being rude can probably stem from the fact that we
It's one thing in the Bible I don't believe in.
We live on a small island, very closely together. We don't have a lot of space, and we're all on top of each other. So we have a strong respect for people's personal space.
Okay.
And then, like, some of it is the fact that the upper class social attitudes probably trickled down to the working class, where it's always seen as being a lower class thing to speak loudly and have bad manners and be overly confrontational.
Can you come back in, please?
Oh my God, this is well harassment. I'm going to take this to the Court of European Rights.
And so, British people have the attitude of a stiff upper lip, don't show emotion, and don't complain about your problems.
Well, that was fucking scary.
Whereas Americans, that is not the case.
All right, what country are we in? In the United States. You're goddamn right. You can't take a picture here. Okay, First Amendment. Get back over there.
I have a right to speak. I have a right to speak. Deal with that. This is my right as much as it is yours. This is my land as much as it is yours.
To Americans, I am important.
I know that obviously this is not an American thing. People do it all over here too as well. I hate it. I can't take anybody serious that starts doing that or that new one. Oh no, I can't. I'm animated, but I don't know that whatever she just did there. If someone was shouting at me like that, I'd just be like, okay, fair enough, you win, and walk off.
I have a right to speak. I have a right to speak. Deal with that. This is my right as much as it is yours. This is my land as much as it is yours.
To Americans, I am important. I am the centre of the universe. After the Great Awakening, there was a strong focus on individualism. Emotionality and expression is a good thing. Being outgoing and extroverted is a very American thing. British people are very introverted. Americans, after things like the Bill of Rights, have a strong focus on their personal rights and freedoms and liberty. In America, all men are created equal, and so they don't have this idea that you're better than me or I'm better than you by birthright. We're all humans, we all exist, and we all deserve respect. And so this leads to politics and the attitude toward authority.
This is an illegal detention at this point. You better get your shit straight. Oh, I will file a complaint. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, right as soon as we leave here.
Am I not human to you, huh?
Americans are inherently very skeptical of authority. They believe more so in small government and self-autonomy due to the British ruling
by nature how it all started off, so yeah, that makes sense.
America and, being a bit naughty, a bit rough around the edges. As well, Americans are very rebellious. The formation of America was around escaping the Church of England. In Britain, on the other hand, it is different. We do have a trust in our government. It is waning currently, but typically we trust in social order and we don't really make too much of a big
2 years ago. Oh my, no trust even. Oh my God. I don't know.
deal about infringement of our rights. And that's probably because of years of unquestioned power by monarchs. And again, the stoicism and the idea of stiff upper lip, not complaining too much, not making a big deal. It kind of has led to this polite, submissive behavior, which sometimes is a bit embarrassing.
Careful, sir, it's hot. Oh, sorry. Might burn yourself. Yeah, sorry. Would you like some salt and pepper? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Like, you can kind of picture the movie scene of a British
I
person.
have seen a few things like that. I don't think we're that bad. If someone comes over and talks to us about it, we'll say something, but well, I can't talk about everybody, but me, if I say, oh, I did ask for coleslaw with these chips or whatever, and it's not there, my little tub of coleslaw, miss or whatever, go and say something. I can't be bothered. But if anyone came over walking past, like, everything all right, I'd be like, yeah, my coleslaw didn't turn up. I'd say it then. I wouldn't be like, no, everything's good then. But I wouldn't go and stand in a queue just to get me a little pot of coleslaw.
An American person dealing with authority. Excuse me, sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Listen here, tough guy. You don't talk to me like that.
I'm so sorry about that.
Excuse me, sir, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Oh, yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave, for sure.
But darling, your dad owns a restaurant.
Yes, but I don't want to be rude. And so with all this, you can extrapolate these attitudes and understand...
See, the ones that are like that, I think, are probably more likely to be the middle-class people, but the middle-class people are the strange ones, you know, because there's a lot of fake ones in there. There's a lot of posh people pretending to be middle-class, and there's a lot of working class pretending to be posh, so they fall into that middle-class thing. It's bizarre, and they don't know what they're doing.
Different attitudes to...
But darling, your dad owns a
So
restaurant.
I feel as though it's them that fall into the middle category that are like this.
Yes, but I don't want to be rude. And so with all this, you can extrapolate these attitudes...
Because posh people would be like, oi, finger snappy, I imagine. I don't know. Not been in too many posh places. But that's how my vision is on it. Is on posh places here. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely the middle class people more likely to be, yeah, everything's good.
And understand different attitudes towards certain issues. You know, for instance, guns. Americans see guns as like a right to protect themselves from the government and other people. America's fast food and subsequent obesity problem has stemmed from the ideas of efficiency in business, not wanting to waste time on food, taking too long to cook. And then you have things like healthcare and welfare. Like in Britain, we have a pretty strong healthcare system. Let's not get into that. Whereas Americans are far more reserved on bringing anything into public domain, especially healthcare. Britain has an obsession with tradition and upholding tradition, whereas America have a strong focus on new and
And I love that, upholding tradition. I love that. I love our history. I love our traditions. I love all the pompous, over-the-top stuff. Yeah, it's outdated to a lot of people, but I love it. I genuinely do. Don't necessarily like our monarch, though.
innovation of new products, technology.
By making the screen taller but not wider, you can see more of your content without the need to scroll. We're making scrolling a thing of the past.
And so look, I've picked apart British people and American people. I've made jokes, I've pointed out some bad things, but I want to say, and I think this is true, Americans and British people have a very deep mutual respect for each other. I think very much these days, ever since the war, we've had what has been dubbed a special relationship. I don't know if that's a gay thing or something, but whatever. As a Brit, I can say honestly, I really do love Americans. I love being around Americans. I really admire their confidence. They're so easy.
I've never met an American. I've walked past an American that was talking on a phone once, and I turned around to my missus and goes, "Oh, an American." This was about 10 months ago. It's before I started this channel.
Easy to talk to. They're very warm, open.
It's like an exotic animal in the wild.
And demeanors. British people can be very reserved at times.
Excuse me, young man. Is anyone sitting here? No. Would you mind if we sat here? No, it's fine. I'm Ronald. This is Pammy. Wow. Actually, you forgot to tell us your name. Peter. Peter!
It can be pretty depressing talking with British people about the future and your ambitions. Whereas Americans are all patting you on the back saying, yeah, you can do it, bro. And I think Americans do appreciate British people as well. They probably appreciate our realism. We don't really bullshit ourselves. We're very honest. We know our strengths, but we also know our flaws. Often Americans see us as well-spoken and intelligent. And you can actually see our comedy has massively influenced
YouTube, social media broke that myth, didn't it?
Modern American comedy. There's a lot more awkward, dry humor in American television now than there ever was in the past. And obviously, Americans fucking love our traditions, arguably more than us. And it leads me to a final thought, and that is about cultural homogenization. With the internet, culture across the world has sort of melted.
That's bound to happen. I was reading in the comments as well that some of you, I was talking about, I struggle to understand what spelling I'm writing down sometimes. Is it the American version or the English version? British version, English version, I don't know what to say there. But quite a few of you saying that you do the same. You're not sure. Sometimes you interchange spellings from British to American. But yeah, because of the internet, that's going to happen, isn't it? Eventually, we're all going to sound the same. God, the world's going to be so boring when we all look the same and sound the same, isn't it? Glad I won't be around for that.
Together. We're all seeing the same media constantly. I will listen to endless American podcasts.
Was that a bit of pessimism? I sounded very drunk then. Was that pessimism from me then? I think it were, wasn't it?
Telling me to go after my dreams and fix my life or something. The idea that the internet is bringing lots of different value systems together and you can kind of choose which one suits you as opposed just the one that dominates your country. But I do wonder, are we going to see less of these interesting differences and are we just going to become a sort of best of greatest album kind of thing? Let me know in the comments. If you want to see more on this topic, check out the Afters podcast where we talk more about this. Like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.
Oh, I like that. That was really good. But yeah, I know I paused a lot. I am so sorry that I did that. But again, I'm doing this channel because I want to learn as well as just watch stuff. But yeah, I wanted to get my point across on some of it as well. I massively agreed with him on 99.9% of that. But yeah, let me know from your point of view whether you think he's right or not. Especially on the film role bit. If you guys, if you was asked, you know you're going to be asked sometime in the future to play a film role, and if you are, would you prefer to be an hero or some sort of idiot? But I feel as though a lot of you would want to be, I don't know, kind of like the British character. I don't know. You must be a bit insane if you're watching me. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed that, give us a thumbs up if you want to, and thank you to all my subscribers. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye.